Alrighty, fellas, welcome to my Grumpig attempt slash fight in PokeMMO. I'm really excited for this one because this will be like a fun sort of just like a for fun raid. There are a few mechanics to think about, like Trick Room in this fight. I think happens at 50% HP or so. I am popping Darkrai for this fight. Now, do you need Darkrai for this fight? Absolutely not. You really just want 6 bug types, 6 dark types, anything that can hit hard enough to obliterate Grumpig and do enough damage. It's going to set up screen. It's going to be a little annoying. You could honestly defog turn 1. It might be what we see our Murkrow do here. I'm going to go ahead and go for, but we're setting up, but we're also setting up our own screen, so we'll see. I'm not too worried about it. It should be a pretty easy fight if you have people. Should lead physical. Yeah, I shouldn't have led the Darkrai, but I gotta show it off. So I'm gonna go Dark Pulse on my Darkrai. Someone was saying earlier, someone else, I have specs. I'm curious to see how much damage I can do. Someone was saying that they just spammed Darkrai for the whole fight. It never died, and they just killed it over like 6 turns. I do 3.2% damage with specs Darkrai into the screens. It's not great. You generally want to go physical attackers. I'm bringing Darkrai for the fun of it. You generally want to go physical attackers because Grumpig's base defense is much lower than its base SPDEF, right? So its base defense is 110 versus 65 defense. There's a reason why I brought, you know, Bug Bite Scizor, physical Shiftry on purpose. Sucker Punch Mons will go bonkers against this. Things like Shiftry, things like Honchkrow with Sucker Punch. Weavile, you know, Night Slash, Life Orb, fast, dark type attackers. My Darkrai got crit and goes down. Darkrai is trolling this fight. Okay, let's bring in some actual damage here. So we do have Tailwind up from our support Pokemon. So that is something to consider here when I choose my next Mon. I have Scarf on my Scizor. I probably just go Darmanitan then. So Darmanitan's just here to click a U-turn and then go into something else. So I'm going to click Darmanitan U-turn, see how much damage we can do. On the Grumpig, just do as much damage as possible. These first 3 raids are really just DPS checks. These first 3 raids like really are easy peasy if you have raid Pokemon. If you don't have raid Pokemon made, then yeah, they're going to be hard, but I've been trying to tell you should prep Pokemon, you know, for raids like this. I'm going to go Scizor as a bulk because it could possibly live. I'm going to go Scizor here on the switch after the U-turn. We do 5%. Foul Play comes out. Assurance doing 7.5, huge damage from our teammate there. Earth Power coming on my Scizor, doing a little bit of damage. We dodged the big damage on our Darmanitan that would have been there or whatever, which is nice. Energy Ball. These first 3 raids that have come out in the Lunar event 2025, number 1, we've seen them before. These are the same exact raids as last year. So a lot of people, if this is your first event's always going to be difficult. So that's, you know, you can't really escape that. You're going to be at a disadvantage if this is your first event versus your second event. If this is your second event, you probably still have Pokemon from last year's raids to be able to do this one. So, and I do kind of like that design. Something I've talked about that's really difficult with raids is the fact that raids right now are still being beta tested. They aren't really permanent in the game. We see a lot of... It's very difficult for players to learn a new raid, get the right Pokemon for it, like develop strategies, do all these things within a day's time, within 2 weeks, 15 days time, like for an event. It's a lot, man. It's a lot for the average player to learn the strategies, build the Pokemon, and then do the raids. It's a ton, right? However, if they're bringing back the same raids every year, then that vehemently rewards players who prepared and who played the events in previous years. So even if you cannot get to raids in time this year, it's probably really beneficial and probably really good to build raid Pokemon now, either during the event or in the off season. That's something I've talked about, is you should be building your raid Pokemon in the off season. You should not be scrambling to build raid Pokemon during the Lunar New Year event. If that's the case, you probably made a mistake, but that's okay. If mistakes happen, if you are in that situation, you still can make do. You still can get the raids done in time and hopefully get your Shaman encounter at the end of, after all 12 raids are out. So the reason you do raids is because if you do 12 of them, you'll get the Bouquet of Flowers. You can use that for a Shaman encounter, which is usually just an encounter. It's not usually a raid, but people have been talking about theory crafting the possibility of Shaman raid. I think it's possible, but we'll probably just see it. We'll probably just see it as a catch, but you never really know. Let's see. Check our Grumpig. Evasiveness -1. Do we still have Tailwind up? We do have Tailwind up still. So I'll bring in Maybe just... Actually, I think I'm not going to bring in Darm because it's doing 5% where I could bring in things like Crocodile and do Assurance. I really like this Krook. I did end up going Assault Gear on my Krook. Generally, you just want as much damage as possible. But something should outspeed my Krook here, like the Honchkrow going for Sucker Punch, which is perfect. Yeah, somehow this Honchkrow is still alive. Yeah. The Sucker Punch goes first, doing 5.4% damage. Dark Pulse falls up, doing 4%. So okay, I'm doing around the damage that we should be doing. Okay, perfect. Grumpig does invert attack and defense here. I don't even know if it matters, is the meme. You just push through it like with well-statted Pokemon. We go for Assurance with my Crocodile and do 4%, which is about what you want to do, about 4 to 6% if possible per Pokemon. And if you're doing that, you should be able to take down the Raidmon. Shiny Shaman this year for sure. I'm so interested to see if we see the first ever Shiny Shaman. That's why Shuckle would be good here. You could use Shuckle here. I don't know if I'd recommend Shuckle. And I love Shuckle. I don't know if any raid, if it's worth to use tanky Pokemon like that. I feel like right now everything is a DPS check. Oh, but I get what you're saying. It reverses the attack and the defense. He would be base 255 attack. That's kind of funny. I get the argument. But does he even get an attack off before he just gets like killed by an ad because he's 5 speed? I could be wrong. You know, what do I know? But I'd be a little skeptical. So we're out of Elwind here. He does in Trick Room. Oh, wow. Okay. Dude, chat's educating me. Bro, that's very, very funny. That's pretty sick. I'm going to go Sucker Punch here into Grumpig. That's pretty baller, dude. I'm not going to lie. That's very, very funny. Only doing 3.2 there. Damn. Wasn't joking. No, that's really impressive. So Shuckle is kind of meta here. That's hilarious. Hopefully we can still take this thing down. We didn't really prepare for any of the mechanics of this fight. We literally just brought whatever dark types and bug types we had. So if we lose this raid, it would be kind of funny. We might lose this raid, honestly. I don't think any of us prepared properly. We all just ran in with bug types and dark types, which hopefully we get. I mean, I'm down. If we get punished for that, I'll take it, you know? I have 4 Mons left. Okay, we're chilling. I have 3 left. We're just doing a lot less damage than I expected with the 4.4 to 6%, but we'll see. I still have 6 Pokemon pad. How do you have 6? Oh, wait, what? Okay, never mind. We win this. So, like, yeah, this is a good example. Bro, we literally came here. That's so funny. What? Okay, I have the least left Pokemon. Keck W. Streamer getting carried as per usual. Keck W. This is what happens when 4 players don't, like, totally ignore the mechanics of the raid entirely, okay? I'm going to go for Assurance here. That's better, I think. This is what happens when 4 players literally ignore the mechanics of the raid entirely and just bring properly typed Pokemon, and we still obliterate it. That's so funny. That's actually so funny. Hopefully I get my Assurance off. I don't know if I will now. I'm a little... I was hoping I would be a little bit faster than... Adamant Nature. What's my speed? 170. Am I really not faster than fucking Grumpig? Oh man, I might not get my... Come on, get the Assurance off. Come on, I believe in you. Trick Room? Of course. There we go. We get it off still. That's still better than... more damage than Sucker Punch. There we go. There we go. What's your investment going to be in this event? I don't even know if I'm making many investments in this event. I'm kind of just investing in... I've spent like 100 mil Pokeyen recently on investments, if not more. I spent a lot of money on investments recently in previous, like the Halloween and Christmas event. I do have plans to buy things that I want. I really want to try to go for the biggest thing. I really want to try to go for the ultra rare in this event, which I don't normally like care about. I'm not a big ultra rare, like obsessed kind of player. That's a nice crit, okay. But man, I really, really like the coiled snake hat. That is something I will be shooting for. But currently, it's so expensive. Currently, I'm working on the Grumpig raid. So we'll get this taken care of. Level 65. I have 2 Pokemon left, but apparently my team has plenty of Mons left. Trick Room is up. 3 turns left with that. No Shuckle. Yeah, Shuckle would have been great here, hilariously, but you just don't even need it, you know? That's the... Once again, hopefully this shows people, like, you don't need a perfect team to do raids. Like, me and a bunch of shiny hunters just brought a ragtag group of Pokemon, you know, and we should be fine. I'll bring in Darm, I guess, with Trick Room up because it's more likely to get an attack off. Said it once and I'll say it again. The real investment is 2023 Mysterious Balls. I mean, I agree. That's personally what I agree with. Those balls seem to have been more powerful than every other Mysterious Ball we've seen. I kind of just want to go for Flare Blitz here. I think it's more damage. It is. Because it's 120 plus stab versus U-turn is just doubled. I'm just going to go for Flare Blitz here. I'd rather keep my... because if I bring in the Weavile, it's going to die. Yeah, I'd have to like I'd have to change even like the shuckles that I have, you know, are made for PvP. I'd have to change the moveset or change one of my shuckles to be properly made for this raid. Yeah, we're gonna get taken care of. I feel like Sucker Punch Mons just really shine and like Sucker Punch, you get to ignore the Trick Room anyway. Like it doesn't matter, you know. I feel like Sucker Punch is just so good against raids like this. These Honchos are like living every attack. This raid teaches me, actually, the Pokemon on the field are perfect. I still need to mate. I don't have a Hydreigon for raids. That's number one on my list, or one of my number one mons to make on my list. I need a Hydreigon and a Honchkrow. So hilariously, like literally every mon on the field right now, I still need to mate for raids. Okay, the Cake Weavile, huge. Yeah, we just go for Night Slash on Grumpig. We might get it off, we might not. Wait, I just realized I did not bring a raid Weavile. I brought a... Bro, I'm just trolling and we're still just winning this. I brought a fucking impish Weavile. This is a pickpocket farming Weavile. Does not matter. That's so good. True. Does not matter. We still just win the raid. Watch me lose it like 2 HP now. And get absolutely karma'd. Okay, Weavile tanked some attacks. We'll take it. It's defense. Oh, wait, no. No, you're actually so smart, Tally. Yeah, guys, I actually purposefully planned that. Since the stats are switched, I actually purposefully brought a plus defense nature Weavile because I understood that attack and defense natures were switched. So I did that on purpose, true and real. Now I can... All my mons are dead, so now I just sit back and let my team carry me. Yeah, I did it on purpose, guys. Yeah. Plus defense Weavile, dude, the best strat, man. Do you think Alpha Low Pony with no particles is a good investment? Really, I don't know. I mean, I'm never gonna know how a market works, but like in my personal opinion, I don't have interest personally in collecting bugged Pokemons or glitch mons like that. And I think that the amount of collectors that exist when it comes to collecting bugged Pokemon or like glitched mons is less than old collectors, if that makes sense. But I could be wrong. Like there are but the problem is there are going to be so few of those Lopunnies. Like there's probably less than 100 of those Lopunnies in the game, right? How many people did the Lopunny fight within the first like 30 minutes, right? Dude, not that many people, right? Like that's... So the absolute insane scarcity is what makes those Lopunnies so interesting. But if you ask a player 2 years from now, hey, do you know about, you know, the glitched Lopunny that was alpha but had no particle effect from the Lunar event in 2025? 99% of players are going to say, bro, what the fuck did you take today? Like, what are you talking... Like, they're going to have no idea what you're talking about. Like, but if you ask them, like, hey, how many 2012s do you have? The average player will probably be like, oh, you know, I don't have any. Oh, shit. But I know about those. They're so old. They're so cool. Like, but maybe I'll be, that's my thoughts. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll be totally wrong. That's my thoughts on that. There we go, boys. There it is, fellas. Grumpig defeated. Streamer carried as per usual. Hopefully this video was more helpful than my actual how my raid went. I showed you everything not to do. Okay, that's the true strategy. The true strategy. We're gonna catch the Grumpig. GG, Pat. Thank you. I didn't do it. I really barely tried. Carried by gamers as always. True and real. Grumpig, lonely, 271. We've got a physical attack in Grumpig. Absolutely huge. There is raid 3 done of the PokeMMO Lunar event 2025. Thanks for watching, fellas. Hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully it was entertaining background content while you do your raid. Give you a bit of an idea of what it's like. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more. Follow the Twitch streams for streams like this. See stuff like this. See shenanigans live. See the Darkrai. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno.